ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Right, good morning. Today's topic is alkyl halides and aryl halides. Alkyl halides and aryl halides. Right. So they are called as halogen derivatives. So what are these halogen derivatives? Halogen derivatives are compounds of organic compound or simply organic compounds which are obtained by replacement of one or more hydrogen atoms from a hydrocarbon by halogen atom. So we take a hydrocarbon, one or more hydrogen atoms of this hydrocarbon are replaced by halogen atoms. One or more hydrogen atoms of a hydrocarbon are replaced by halogen atoms. The obtained product we call them as halogen derivatives. So here generally you have studied in first year organic chemistry the meaning of hydrocarbon, organic compound containing hydrogen and carbon. So they may be classified into aliphatic, and aromatic. Aliphatic hydrocarbons, aromatic hydrocarbons. Aliphatic can be further classified into saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons. So saturated nothing but alkanes, usually alkanes, right. So with general formula CnH2n plus 2, remove one of the hydrogen. If I remove one of the hydrogen, CnH2n plus 1 and hydrogen. So this hydrogen is replaced by halogen, one or more hydrogen. I am using one hydrogen here. If this one hydrogen is replaced, the general formula will be CnH2n plus 1 X, where X is halogen atom. It can be an unsaturated, it can be C double bond C compound, usually we call it as alkene, or it can be C triple bond C compound, we call it as alkynes. So one of the hydrogen attached to the carbon is replaced by hydrogen atom, then we call them as halogen derivative. So coming to aromatic hydrocarbon, so generally it has to satisfy certain conditions which we have studied in first year. For example, if I take benzene, one of the hydrogen if it is replaced by halogen, right, halogen is represented with the letter X, we call it as aryl halide, right. So we take hydrocarbon, one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogens. Halogen generally represented with the letter X, it can be chlorine, it can be bromine, it can be iodine. Fluorines we study separately because of the reactivity. So we take hydrocarbon containing hydrogen atoms. Hydrocarbon generally contain hydrogen and carbon. So hydrocarbon, right, in hydrocarbon one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogen, which can be chlorine, bromine or iodine. The obtained product we call it as, if it is alkane, alkyl halides, aliphatic compound alkyl halides. Here aromatic ring if it contains we call it as aryl halides. So altogether we simply call them as halogen derivatives. Halogen derivatives. So what are halogen derivatives? They are organic compounds obtained by replacement of one or more hydrogens in a hydrocarbon by a halogen. We call them as halogen derivatives. These halogen derivatives can be classified in different ways. They can be classified in different ways. So let us see one by one. So what we are studying is classification of halogen derivatives. So the first one is based on number of halogen atoms present based on number of halogen atoms present. If the molecule contains only one halogen atom, we call it as monohalogen derivative. If the compound contains only one halogen, we call it as monohalogen derivative. So it can be generally represented with this formula CH3X, where X is halogen, chlorine, bromine or iodine, or CH3CH2X, or some cyclic compound X, or it can be even aromatic ring like benzene. In all these compounds, there is only one halogen, there is only one X, therefore they are called as monohalogen derivatives. Second, dihalogen derivatives. As the name indicates, di means two. So the molecule contains two halogen atoms. The molecule contains two halogen atoms. They can be same, different. So you can write n number of examples like this. So the molecule contains two halogen atoms. So trihalogen derivatives, as the name indicates, the molecule contains three halogen atoms. So you can write one example, say CH2, CH, CH2. This is one example. The molecule contains three halogen atoms. Similarly, you can write tetrahalogen derivatives, or simply we can say polyhalogen derivatives. What is the meaning of this? If the molecule contains more than three halogen atoms, then we generally call it as polyhalogen derivatives. What we have to call? We have to call it as polyhalogen derivative. So here the molecule contains more than three halogen atoms. We call it as polyhalogen derivative. So for example, I am taking benzene here. Say chlorine, 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 benzene hexachloride, right? Or you can take CCl4, 4 halogens are present on carbon. So all these are polyhalogen derivatives. So one more important point, perhalogen compounds. What are perhalogen compounds? So the general definition is, if all the hydrogen atoms in a molecule are replaced by halogen, if all the hydrogen atoms are replaced by halogens in a molecule, we call it as perhalogen derivative, PER, perhalogen derivative. So this is the classification of halogen derivatives based upon number of halogen atoms present. So first one, monohalogen derivatives, that means the molecule contains only one halogen. Second one, dihalogen derivatives, that means the molecule contains only two halogens. Trihalogen derivatives, that means the molecule contains only three halogens. Polyhalogen derivatives, if the molecule contains more than three halogen atoms, we call it as polyhalogen derivative, right? One more point, if all the halogen atoms in a molecule are replaced by halogens, we call it as perhalogen derivative. So this is the classification based upon number of halogen atoms. So the other classifying method is classification of monohalogen derivatives based upon the nature of carbon. Classification of monohalogen derivatives, MHD, monohalogen derivatives based on the nature of carbon to which halogen is attached. Nature of carbon, right, we are interested in the nature of carbon to which halogen is attached, right. So the first one, primary alkyl halide, say X is halogen attached to carbon, so it is bonded to another alkyl group. X is bonded to this carbon is bonded to 2 hydrogens and 1 R. That means this carbon is bonded to another carbon atom. Such molecule we call it as primary alkyl halide. Primary alkyl halide. So what is primary alkyl halide? If the halogen is attached to a carbon, right? Now this carbon should be bonded to one or no other carbon atom. That means this R can be hydrogen also, or it can be some alkyl group, right. For example, I can write like this. Now this carbon is bonded to 3 other hydrogen, therefore this carbon is primary carbon. If halogen is attached to a carbon which is bonded to one carbon or no other carbon, such type of alkyl halides, such type of halogen derivatives, we call them as primary alkyl halide. So what are primary alkyl halide? Compounds in which halogen is attached to a carbon which is bonded to one other carbon atom or none, another one carbon atom or none, we call it as primary alkyl halide. Now the second one, if halogen atom is attached to 2 alkyl groups, how many alkyl groups? 2 alkyl groups or 2 carbon atoms, they are called as secondary alkyl halides. Secondary alkyl halides. So what are secondary alkyl halides? Compounds in which halogen atom is attached to a carbon which is attached to 2 carbon atoms, we call it as secondary alkyl halide. So let us see some example. CH3, C, CH3, say Cl. Chlorine is attached to this carbon is in turn attached to 2 carbon this carbon is attached to 2 other carbon atoms. Therefore, this carbon is secondary carbon. This is called as secondary carbon. Right. So this alkyl halide, this halogen derivative, we call it as secondary alkyl halide. Now this carbon is called as primary carbon. So if carbon is bonded to one carbon atom or no other carbon atom, then it is called as primary carbon. Now if it is attached to 3 alkyl groups, then it is called as tertiary alkyl halide. Tertiary alkyl halide. So what is a tertiary alkyl halide? If halogen atom is attached to a carbon which is attached to 3 other carbon atoms, we call it as tertiary alkyl halide. So bromine is the halogen, it is bonded to this carbon in turn it is bonded to 1, 2, 3 other carbon atoms. Therefore, this carbon we call it as tertiary carbon. and this halogen derivative we call it as tertiary alkyl halide. So once again, we are classifying monohalogen derivatives based upon the nature of the carbon. Here the nature of the carbon is, you have to check whether it is primary carbon, secondary carbon or tertiary carbon. What is a primary carbon? If carbon atom is attached to one or no other carbon atom, we call it as primary carbon, right? What is secondary carbon? If carbon atom is attached to two other carbon atoms, we call it as secondary carbon. What is a tertiary carbon? If carbon atom is attached to three other carbon atoms, we call it as tertiary carbon. Now, what are primary alkyl halides? These are alkyl halides or halogen derivatives in which halogen atom is attached to a primary carbon. So, a primary carbon is a carbon which is bonded to one or no other carbon atom. What is secondary alkyl halide? In this compound, the halogen atom is attached to a secondary carbon. What is a secondary carbon? A carbon which is bonded to two other carbon atoms. What is tertiary alkyl halide? In this compound, the halogen atom is attached to a carbon, tertiary carbon. What is a tertiary carbon? A carbon which is bonded to three other carbon atoms, we call it as tertiary alkyl halide. Suppose if I write like this, say a cyclohexane molecule, say it is bonded to this carbon. What type of alkyl halide it is? Now see here, this is carbon, this is also carbon, this is also carbon. The halogen is attached to a carbon. This carbon valency is 4 tetravalent. See here, this carbon valency 1, 2, 3. Already it has formed 3 bonds. So in this bond notation form, if nothing is represented, the other bond should be of hydrogen. So this carbon is bonded to two other carbon atoms and a hydrogen along with halogen. So since it is bonded to two other carbon atoms, what is the nature of this carbon? It is secondary carbon. It is secondary carbon. So halogen atom is attached to a secondary carbon, therefore this must be secondary alkyl halide. Secondary alkyl halide. So the next classification is based on upon the hybridization of carbon to which halogen is attached. Based upon hybridization of carbon to which halogen is bonded. Right, let us see. So first one, compounds containing sp3 hybridized CX bond. Compounds containing sp3 hybridized CX bond. So what is the meaning of this? In these compounds, the halogen atom is attached to a carbon which undergoes sp3 hybridization, right? So what is the valency of carbon? 4. If all the valency of carbon are satisfied, then we call it as tetravalent and its hybridization will be sp3. So if halogen atom is attached to such a carbon, right, we call it as compounds containing sp3 CX bond. For example, CH3X, here carbon hybridization is sp3 3, or general I can write RCH2X. So halogen attached to a carbon whose valencies are satisfied by 2 hydrogens and an alkyl group, therefore this is sp3 carbon, right. We can add n number of examples. Now this is also sp3 carbon, right. So next, compounds containing allylic bond, right. So CH2 double bond CH CX. Now, so first allylic halide. What is allyl? This group CH2 double bond CH, this group we call it as allyl. CH2 double bond CH. Now here if you attach halogen, this carbon is sp3 hybridized. This carbon is sp3 hybridized. Right. So in these compounds, allylic halide is nothing but allylic halide. Halogen atom is attached to sp3 carbon. So already we have studied that sp3 carbon forms 4 bonds. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Now here sp3 carbon is attached to a carbon which is sp2 hybridized. Which is sp2 hybridized, or the sp3 carbon is bonded to, the sp2 carbon is next to a C double bond C bond, C double bond C bond. Such type of compounds we call them as allylic halide. So once again, in allylic halides, halogen atom is bonded to sp3 carbon itself, but that sp3 carbon is adjacent to, next to a C double bond C bond. Such type of arrangement we call it as allylic halide. So the example is bromine attached to sp3 carbon next to C double bond C bond, or next to a C sp2 carbon. So this is called allyl bromide. Allyl bromide. This group is allyl group. So bromine is attached, so we call it as allyl bromide. Next, benzylic halides. So here also halogen atom is attached to an sp3 carbon. Halogen atom is attached to an sp3 carbon which is bonded to a aromatic ring. Which is bonded to an aromatic ring. So this is aromatic ring. We have sp3 carbon and we have halogen. So this we call it as benzylic halide. So halogen atom, this is halogen atom. Now this is our sp3 carbon. Halogen is bonded to sp3 carbon which is bonded to an aromatic ring. Which is bonded to an aromatic ring. They are called as benzylic halide. Benzyl chloride, for example. So this is called benzyl chloride. Benzyl chloride. In all these three examples, right, halogen is bonded to sp3 carbon. So you should know how to differentiate. Here halogen is bonded to sp3 carbon, right. So general formula you can write alkane formula CnH2n plus 1 X. All the valencies of carbon are satisfied. So in this, the second case is halogen bonded to an sp3 carbon next to C double bond C bond. In this, halogen is bonded to an sp3 carbon, right, which is bonded to an aromatic ring. So here we call it as allylic halide, here we call it as benzylic halide. In all these, halogen atom is bonded to an sp3 carbon itself. So the next one is compounds containing sp2 CX bond. Compounds containing sp2 CX bond. That means halogen is bonded to a sp2 hybridized carbon. Halogen is bonded to an sp2 hybridized carbon. Let us see. So in these compounds, halogen is bonded to sp2 hybridized carbon. So the first one is vinyl halide. So CH2 double bond CHX. This group we call it as vinyl group. Right. So this is sp2 carbon, CH2 double bond CHX. Halogen atom is bonded to this carbon, which is sp2 hybridized. So if halogen is bonded to a carbon, right, or halogen bonded to C double bond C system, we call it as vinyl halide. So halogen is directly present on sp2 carbon. Now let us see what is vinyl allyl halide. In allyl halide, it is slightly different. The halogen is bonded to sp3 carbon. The halogen is bonded to sp3 carbon, which is attached to a vinyl group. The sp3 carbon is attached to vinyl group. So try to understand the difference, because they are very common. But whatever the reactions we are going to study, they are very common. You will come across with these two compounds particularly, vinyl, aryl, etc. So here the difference between vinyl halide and aryl halide is, in vinyl halide halogen is attached to sp2 carbon, in allyl halide halogen is attached to sp3 carbon. So this group we call it as vinyl group. So vinyl group is part of this allyl group. The sp3 carbon is attached to vinyl group. So try to understand the difference between, right, vinyl halide and aryl halide. So next, aryl halide. So here also halogen atom is attached to sp2 carbon, which is the part of aromatic ring. So in benzene, all carbon atoms have partial double bond and single bond character. So all carbons are sp2 hybridized. The halogen atom is directly attached to sp2 carbon, which is part of aromatic ring. Therefore, we call it as aryl halide, benzyl halide. Right. So here, if I write like this, say, okay, all right. Now, let us try to identify. So we have a carbon here, have a carbon here, we have a carbon here. Halogen is bonded to this carbon, see this carbon. How many bonds it has? 1, 2, 3. The other bond which is not shown must be hydrogen. That means this carbon is sp3 hybridized. On this side you have vinylic group arrangement. So this is vinyl group, C double bond C, C, X. So this is similar to this arrangement. Therefore, what is this? This is nothing but allylic halide, allyl halide. Now coming to this, Halogen is directly attached to sp2 carbon. Now this arrangement is nothing but vinyl group. This is nothing but vinyl group. So this is vinyl halide. So this is how you have to differentiate between aryl halide, vinyl halide, halogen attached to sp3 carbon, halogen attached to sp2 carbon, right, which is bonded to C double bond C. Dihalogen derivatives. Right, if two halogen atoms are present on same carbon, if two halogen atoms are present on same carbon, we call them as geminal dihalides or gem dihalides, alkylidine dihalides. If two halogen atoms are bonded to same carbon, if they are present on the same carbon, they are called as geminal dihalides. If they are present on adjacent carbons, then they are known as vicinal dihalides. So what are geminal dihalides? They are halogen derivatives in which two halogen atoms are present on same carbon. What are vicinal dihalides? They are halogen derivatives in which two halogen atoms are present on adjacent, pakka pakkana, one by one, successive atoms, right. So halogen atoms are present on adjacent carbon atoms, then we call them as vicinal dihalides. Right, next. See, nomenclature and isomerism. Nomenclature, isomerism, dipole moment. You have studied these things in first year. Nomenclature, organic chemistry you have studied, isomerism also you have studied, and dipole moment. So I suggest you to refer first year notes. Right. So we have already covered in nomenclature about alkyl halides, nomenclature, isomerism and dipole moment. So if possible we will discuss dipole moment in terms of objective bits, isomerism also and nomenclature also. So I suggest you to refer your first year notes. So let us go directly for preparation methods. So we are studying alkyl halides first. Alkyl halides. So their general formula is CnH2n plus 1 X, or normally represented alkyl X. R represent alkyl group, X is halogen, right. So we are studying mainly monohalogens here first. So X represents usually chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine we use special methods because of high reactivity of fluorine, right. Now let us start preparation methods. First one, from alcohols. From alcohols, right. Alcohols react with various reagents like halogen acids HX, HCl, HBr, HI, as well as phosphorus trihalides, say PCl3, PCl5, PX3, PX5, and even thionyl chloride to form alkyl halides. So we will see one by one. with HX with halogen acids. So alcohols reacts with halogen acids to form alkyl halides and water. So this can be a primary alcohol, this can be secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol, but their reactivity to halogen acids will be different, right? So mainly sometimes we take anhydrous zinc chloride as a catalyst, as a dehydrating agent, right? So which alcohol require this anhydrous zinc chloride and why? Which alcohol do not require? Let us study. So this reaction we call it as Groves reaction. Groves reaction, right? So the first point, primary alcohol and secondary alcohol reacts readily with halogen acids in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride to give alkyl halide. Primary and secondary alcohols combine or react with halogen acids in presence of anhydrous zinc chloride to form corresponding alkyl halide. Whereas tertiary alcohol combines directly with halogen acid to form alkyl halide. So here tertiary alcohol doesn't require the use of anhydrous zinc chloride. It doesn't require the use of anhydrous zinc chloride. Let us see why. So if you see the mechanism,